Che Mutala Yakubu, Tony Bebli Lidi Production, Saso So Ena, support from Michael, Daniel, Belinda, Ben, Godwin, Philip. Yenya ya kabum se busua ba ko ne edjumedie ne ba ewura eso aba ta enwa kire ye de tare a waisa wo internet no zunti owura ba be pie mo owura eta echi a edjumedie ne ba alongside DJ Oli your friend Darkwa. Between now and midday, be our guest as we take you through the major happenings in the world of sports, specifically football. Once you run next week, we'll be giving you a special attention from the upcoming African Games at Ghana a host to Accra 2023 a basso in the month of March. And you see a preparatory cry the African Cup na a preparatory. Nyame adume next week near share Ghana boa and pem. So saying now Kodru from infrastructure to the preparations of the athletes for the games. That one is for next week. Canadian African Cup GF in Sen Semnin Central for and no NAD Tintimai El Jumediana so. Okay, yeah, the major leagues in Europe and a chance. Your matches a Basso of France and then any Kwesiada and Alfumpo Echnam, Olympic Marseille and then Numeri, Omni Metz and a Boeni, Lens and Strasbourg, Namiad match now PSG. Any Lille, Le Havre, only Stade Rennais. So Ali Dicedo is likely to meet Andre Ayew. Clermont-Foot, only Brest, and a Boeni. Lorient, any Rams. Nyamiaduma, Toulouse, Kwesiada, Omni Nantes, and a Boeni. Montpellier and Lyon. Nafe, ne cra. Nice, any Monaco. Eso Edia Boeni. We air Manchester, Basso El French League 1 Numa. Jedehun Sem Eba. Yemora Bundesliga, and then you may Manchester, Basso Fi, Numeria Kwesiada, Borussia Dortmund, Signal Iduna, Omne Freiburg, and a Boening. Augsburg, so any Leipzig, so Borussia Mönchengladbach, Etna Borussia Park, any Darmstadt, Edia Boeni, Eintracht Frankfurt, any Bochum, now for Union Berlin, Etna Fie or Capital, any Wolfsburg, Edia Boeni, Werder Bremen, any FC Heidenheim, so Edia so the pick of the pack, the top liner in the Bundesliga, the potential title decider, Bayer Leverkusen, any Bayern Munich, any Edia Boeni, Kwesiada VfB Stuttgart, any Mainz 05, no Muye Krana, Hoffenheim, any FC Cologne, so Edia Boeni. Yanko Italy, and you may Serie A match Marco Basso Salernitana, only Empoli, and a dish so on we are Cagliari, and Lazio, Chinavia, 2 p.m. 5 p.m. The pick of the pack in Italy, AS Roma, any Inter, and a Boeni, Sassuolo, Etnafi Achen Torino, Nafi Fiorentina, Uko PML Florence, Artimo Franchi, or Ena Fiorentina, Etnafi Achen Frosinone, Bologna, any Lecce, Esso Edi Boeni, Estadio Renato Dell'Era, or Ena Bologna, any Lecce, Edi Shichesu Monza, any Verona, Nafi Genoa, and Atalanta Edia Boeni. There's another big game coming up in the Serie A. AC Milan and in Napoli. Then on Monday, Juventus Esubetinefie Atun Safre Udinese. Yanko La Liga, Spain, Ewana Cadiz, any Real Betis, Edi Chicheso, Deportivo Alaves, any Villarreal, Edi Boeni, Nafe Real Sociedad, any Osasuna, Edi Apimso, Real Madrid, any Girona, Edi Boeni, away second and first, Real, any Girona, we will be winning, I say, Uji La Liga na anesao. No, we are Las Palmas, ne Valencia, Edi Boeni, 8 p.m. on Saturday, Getafe, any Celta Vigo, Sunday, na Kensiwe, Basso, Real Vallecano, Equa way to Mallorca, Sevilla, Kwesiada, only Atletico Madrid, Granada ekwa away to Barcelona 8 p.m. on Sunday. Na Bilbao Monday on Almeria ede boy ninti Ghana former team Abrante Baba Idrisu one Naki Williams. They could be playing from the opposite sides on Monday. Almeria etnefi achen Athletic Bilbao. Yanko England, matches about so Nyame Adu match na lunchtime kickoff. Manchester City and Everton and a boy ni 3 p.m. Fulham and Bournemouth and a boy ni Liverpool and Burnley and the so Luton Town at Nefi Achen Sheffield Wednesday. We a Kensia air basso ewa Kenilworth Road. Nyame Aduma Echina Tottenham Hotspur and Brighton at the boy in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Nyame Aduma Echina 3 p.m. and I can see we air basso Wolverhampton Wanderers. So Eton Salford Brentford. I can see air basso the Molyneux Stadium. Now for Nottingham Forest. So any Newcastle. So etimi ede ashesha so we a Kensia a bus or the City Ground or Nottingham. Hey! 25 minutes past 9, Max 89.7, live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. Wadwin chebet me about 0506367196. O mine ben na ugidi se wombet me wini African Cup of Nations a finals eba sunyami aduma kwesiada ebe Super Green Eagles of Nigeria. Womu ene the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. Why ena ugidi se obet me e wini washi omu from the group stages. Cote d'Ivoire for elusu 2 group games. Bako krade ye bom from 4-0 ena Equatorial Guinea eshe womu enso ene oma be PM finals abra on the womu coacha ni dindi MS5 coach ankaso de omba de pamono ene ni on the assistant coach ebe dom team na wetimi an kakra ede akwakodu finals on in Nigeria ene de boy Victor Osimhen the reigning African Footballer of the Year. Watch se unimboa ushire big stage wetimi aboama Nigeria akwakodu finals goes there on shedan shedodo na Ademola Lookman ene Nigeria for ne echo and so washa kensi ni bia won sampani ampa Victor Osimhen ene ni wode Nigeria esina batisu enti kwesiada empire edwa hwan eno betimi edi enkunim na unim se ensem bi every Arsenal asoye aba yeze Arsenal for oman ye onadwin se omba kofa brantie freno eye Nico Williams edina ba Nico Williams abrantia ono na wofo Ghana for so sina kan Edma Spain Black Star striker Inaki Onyakoto anonom anano na Xavi Barcelona coach osi na nija brantie no ene ensma ba ne se Arsenal for mpodie omo ama scouts akosha brantie na onadwin se wombe kokko poso Bilbao for pono na ompre a omo etimi de abrantie Nico Williams abesi akan ewo Arsenal. $28 minutes past 9 enche na yesi former fee amana ninsem no we'll do a quick preview of the major leagues in Europe matches ni amfani na titiru na kese na fe yababe preview the African Cup of Nations 3rd and 4th place game between Bafana of South Africa and Democratic Republic of Congo. Then we shift our attention to the level of officiating in the African Cup of Nations. We zoom down into the preview of the final game between Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. The aftermath of the Meet the Press in Kumasi, the GFA and the Ghanaian media, and ye be on achieve wom aim sani omo target ana ye kwanim no sen ena womo hwese enyoma beko efa sibia womo etutu enyoma ewo Ghana football mu inti hye so say yetna CD ye page mu a just do me no abo. Like I always say, let's stay interactive, be an active listener, not a passive one. Your messages can come through our WhatsApp on 050-63-67-196. Send us your predictions. The African Cup of Nations finals, Cote d'Ivoire, and in Nigeria, and the boying. Ubetimi joining and live on Facebook. So ubetimi adewadrenche about you like and you share. Plus you bring your comments. Ni akinkai na bibia eso etimi akwenimo e ojumedie na so. $9:30 is the time. 9th February 2024 on Max FM 89.7. This is your Sports Park. Good morning, Nana Adu.
Good morning, Nana Darkwa.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Issues in the dorsum. And every Fridays are there as usual. European preview, no. And the Africa Cup of Nations final, no. It takes center stage. Nana, what do we need from weekend matches for who? To be honest, Real Madrid, Girona, Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Granada. Top games in the La Liga, and of course, Premier League title race. So, but they said they're not working on. Like I said, Ochina the biggest fixture ever Germany. By 0-4 Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich. A match be a amount for interest was our game in the mono. It was true. Make the first round no. Leverkusen ekunya draw. Ewo Allianz Arena. In that particular game e baso. Into this time round no. May you sure say Bayern Munich be na adwen say so tum konya good results. By Leverkusen for home. Menen kwofo a omo ka say ebetuma ye title decider no. Adwin partially. In the history of the Bundesliga, Nana Darkwa, by 0-4 Leverkusen, Abaye only the second team in the history of German football to go 30 games unbeaten in a season. Bayern kita record of 32 games. And Bayern kita record say year season. Now you won the first 32 games. No beyond to mention omo. It's Bayern Munich. In the Leverkusen, I was 30 games. Why when your opportunity share? OBDF people can give a mobile on midweek, you know, against Stuttgart. Quite a mobile and we win this again by 3-2. You understand that regional to the team no struggle. In fact, that game they say coach they bought up so bad at the right back. Not the Jeremy Frimpong, I could bought as the number 7. They came back in the second half. Before the first half, Stuttgart was leading by 1-0. Uncle by second half, game the 10 year. Leverkusen and then winning the game by 3-2. And the number of goals from match averagely almost 3 goals per game. Leverkusen this particular season and Xabi Alonso. They are playing some good football and Nana Darkwa. They are delight to watch. Intime enyem wanwa say omo akọ den ekodu some pempen so we. This particular season these two class pay now massive 50 points and above in the Bundesliga already at this stage. Yambo Bundesliga, yabo to at this stage, two clubs and 50 points and above. A season that. Leverkusen with 52 points. Bayern Munich second with 50 points. So Bayern Munich every year they've taken over. Almost 53. Into 1 point in the door, Muntem. Into a honor word of partially, no, ever. Because 1 point, things can change because Bayern will meet Dortmund, Bayern will meet Mönchengladbach, Bayern will meet a lot of teams. Partially, many of my argument is because the Bayern Leverkusen they will win our team 5. On any day they bet my 10 diamond. Bayern Munich. But now, what's this season now? Despite Leverkusen area in the Bundesliga, it looks like almost struggle against the big clubs. Really, a struggle. Draw against Dortmund, draw against Mönchengladbach, draw against Bayern Munich. So Xabi Alonso, now me sure the first round and what they are not able. Now me heard the almost start the second round, even though he's winning games. But imagine them say swat kakra. Because only that large squad numbers. And there's also some games in recent times that say Granit Xhaka who swat. Almost a direct replacement on the bench, almost the same kind of results. They are missing the services of Boniface. Because yeah, about fresh round, Metoskora. In the report I made, they say, about returning in April. The Nigerian international. About returning in April. So it means they will have to fight from now to April, not about returning. No. To be fair, that's the kind of situation in this city. For Leverkusen. In the amount game, no, against Bayern Munich, no, a matter of interest, kasi. At the lot of teams. Bayern Munich, what some results are in recent times now? Almost for say they would have to win this game to make a statement in the Bundesliga. In the more particular game way, interest no was no. After just 20 games, 52 points, 50 points respectively. Bayern Munich and of course Leverkusen. So about this particular game no, interest no was no. Report I made and say Alphonso Davies picked up knee injury last weekend. So he likely to be out. So he joins Kingsley Coman to any knee injury. In the against another mobile. So report I made and say Alphonso Davies is likely to be out. Kingsley Coman is out. Said Gnabry our thigh injury. And of course Bonasa ACL. Bonasa quadron said that starter. So Kingsley Coman, Alphonso Davies, said Gnabry a big blow for Bayern Munich. But I'm sure the coach will rely on Jamal Musiala and of course Leroy Sané playing behind Harry Kane. Maybe another but Matthias Tel is still around and of course Thomas Muller is still around. So another to my work them on. Defense reporter met and say Ken Min-jae are returning. Unse South Korea Asian Cup into mountain time. So it's a good news for Bayern Munich. So Ken Min-jae are returning. Dayot Upamecano hamstring injury you know nya na previous game was struggled to enter into the Bayern Munich team no but returning from injury. That is also a good news say Dayot Upamecano and Ken Min-jae is back into the team. Joshua Kimmich any shoulder injury. Reporter met and returning. And of course, Lemar, the calf injury, you know, are returning to training. So it's a good news for Bayern Munich that all these 4 players are returning. But the first 3 players of Kingsley Coman, Serge Gnabry, and Alphonso Davies are out of this particular game. So, the probable lineup I like is able to buy into this game. For Leverkusen, they will still rely on the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, Ritz, Grimaldo, Hoffman, Granit Xhaka, Andrich, and Inglesia to replace Boniface. For Bayern Munich, Manuel Neuer, Mazraoui, the Moroccan international, Ken Menjai, Matthias De Ligt, almost too soon ahead of Upamecano, who is returning from injury. Rafael Guerreiro, Leon Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala, Thomas Müller behind Harry Kane. Those are the probable lineup. The Leverkusen for like so much media share Bayern Munich during the weekend. So and Ochnadi, to be honest, game I mess out. I buy Leverkusen against Bayern Munich. And I'm sure the idea between 2-2 drawing a bad.
Right.
Both teams are likely to score in both halves. So I force a game with my idea. Leverkusen and chase a Bayern Munich person. Bayern Munich also end because when you say Leverkusen China was 5 points. So I predict a 4-time draw. Maybe a 2-2, 1-1 or a 3-3 draw. A better score draw too. So that will be my prediction for that particular game.
Right.
And that Dortmund there, I'm on the 5 back. I'm tipping it to pay the maximum. Maybe a 2-1 win for Dortmund would not be a bad result in that particular game. Just quick one on the rest of the European games. Now remember Africa. Ochina, lunchtime. Everton air traveler with 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒. Echo Man City Football Club. And me no opportunities for Man City game number 1 Monday night no. Kwanya Brentford for home match but Phil Foden enya hat-trick in that game won by 3-1. It looks like they are picking up. Erling Haaland afraid we free injury aba. So me share Man City game by Erling Haaland Bobby no want to me answer. Kevin De Bruyne is like a new signing to them. They are playing well. So I don't think this Everton team, even though Obia Sendaicha, big games like this, so you know who pay. A mounted strategy will bring the best out of the players. But I doubt against this Man City at this stage. And Man City in himself, the point between them and Liverpool is just 2 points. Until on train dropping points against teams like Everton. And now had the English Premier League table now. The final three no. Everton had dropped here by that hole. In recent times, you see more points no. Almost relegation zone because of the result. I know Munya. By now, I am on the off kakra. Into my tears and drop here by that hole. At the 18th on the league log. But I thought say, oh, baby, you can the maximum 3 pointer. And yet it's hard. So then, me the many shot the that particular Man City game against Everton no. Make to mark for a 3-1 win for Man City against Everton. Man City will score more than 2 goals and Everton will get a goal within the 90 minutes. So, me not 3-1, 4-1 win be for Man City against Everton. That will not be a bad result. Now, the other 2 games I'm sure with Premier League no more. The London Derby, West Ham against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Unse Arsenal, Ateta ka say, omo game against Liverpool no. So the supporters omo buy 𝐒𝐏𝐻𝐒 no. A good win because omo bought 3 away games me and so. The game at the London Park against West Ham. And they will travel to the Turf Moor to play against Burnley. Before their Champions League game at the Signal Iduna or the Sado di Dragao against FC Porto. So omo got 3 away games actually before they come back to the Emirates. So omo person the West Ham team win. West Ham after the AFCON Akudus mobile no. Omo struggle kakra. 1-1 against Bournemouth. 3-0 lose against Inaiman U. So it looks like the West Ham team that me show more before the AFCON who then swat kakra. Maybe their style of play. Maybe changes are coach because before say there is no major problem within the team. But the coach is trying to do a lot of things within the first 11. Into where also more game player Calvin Phillips buy no. You have to improvise. No but Calvin Phillips, Thomas Tuchel, no but Edson Alvarez, together with James Ward-Prowse in the same midfield. No Jack Bowen, any Kudus up front. Almost second game, Calvin Phillips ever second half again against Man United. So that is the thing I made sure with team number. Paqueta absent now affect you. But it's a big game against Arsenal. Almost started picking. A 2-1 win against Nottingham Forest. And a 3-1 win against Liverpool Football Club last week. That was the Emirates. So it looks like Arsenal finally goal scoring form. What is working for them? Now I'm sure the end both teams are likely to score, but a win for Arsenal. West Ham home A difficult game, to be honest. But a game be a remember Arsenal for no 2-1 or a 3-1 win over West Ham. Right. The last one was England. Aston Villa welcoming Man United. Villa won some good wins be when they are playing at home. Make 2 wins in a row. A 1-0 win against Man City, and another win against Arsenal. Aston Villa team member that year on the league log. Maybe someone said, which Man U team when they go see this Aston Villa? It's a Man U team that won against West Ham convincingly by 3-0. And the Man U team, Nana teams almost struggle to beat those teams. No, that's a big question. Good news, Casemiro is back. Almost last game, no, Lisandro Martinez is Prabio. That is a bad news for them. But I thought say this Aston Villa team when they are playing at home, they are delight to watch. Mantia said that during the midweek FA Cup, Chelsea called her to be cautioned by that number of goals. So Aston Villa for Nanga so on off kakra. Again, be so I like say both teams are likely to score. But do be some Nana. Make for a 2-1 win for Aston Villa against Man U. I tip Man U to lose that particular game. I don't see them winning. On my year there in that particular game, cry a draw. But I thought say again be my cast as with Aston Villa to get a win over Man United. That is the game I also air cost to Europe. For the La Liga, and that is the biggest game never yet. Real Madrid against Girona. Big game. And a matter of interest for both Girona and of course Real Madrid. After Girona had dropped a point at home last week, and I'm before say Real Madrid better take you over by winning their game. But Atletico Madrid for better take the last minute. Yeah. And 1-1 draw against them. But I thought say it's a game here. Ever produce goals. Maybe that particular game no so. Make up for a 3-2 win for Real Madrid against Roma. I mean, feel what I remember. Afcon kaka. Let me face it for me. Nana, we have a final to watch. In fact, final I care a lot of things about the West African game. Ivory Coast against Nigeria. Me bet about 52% is in favor of Nigeria. And 48% is in favor of Ivory Coast. So it means anything can happen in that final. Ivory Coast, this will be their 5th AFCON final. Omobo. The previous 4, we need 2. Now 2 so to win. Now 4 no call in so ended in a draw. Maneko penalty shootout. On my friend Ivory Coast. Into the history of the game, final they be a see Ivory Coast. They find a way to get a good result. In Senegal 92, in the final, they won on penalties against Ghana. And of course, 2015, that is Equatorial Guinea Gabon. They won on penalty against Ghana again. In 2006, they were in the final with Egypt. They lost in the final. And of course, 2012, they were in the final again against who? Zambia. That famous Zambia team. David Nkasu and the rest, almost Zambia team, no. And they lost that final on a penalty shootout. So, in fact, in that final, no, the full 90 minutes, Ivory Coast missed a penalty. And Zambia won that final. In the Ivory Coast final, 4 no makoni no. Enter into the knockout phase, extra time, and eventually, no, they've won 2, and of course lost 2. So that is the history of Ivory Coast being in the final. Nigeria, come 8th AFCON final, second behind Ghana and Egypt. 9 AFCON final. Ghana AFCON final 9. They win 4. Egypt AFCON final 9. We win 7. Nigeria won 8 AFCON. About my 4th, they are more one. Sunday the better. And in fact, 1994, 2013, the last time they won it. And the previous one they lost was in 1984, 1988, 1990, and of course 2000. That is where Nigeria lost the final. So am I going to this final? No, omu interest no. I was through year pa. And I thought say a game be a amount for interest in that particular game. I was through na. My tournament way. My Ivory Coast team no. My ball. The good news for them, they say, almost 3 key players who are missing the semi-final no, will be back into the team. Our favorite player, Sergio Aurier, and the rest of the players don't want to say the semi-final game will be back into the team to play for this Ivorian team. So that is the good news for them. Man said that I'm not convinced about Osimhen. Maybe he was coming from injury. In the semi-final game, my boy, now it's an injury situation. Yeah, who the best out of him? Even Sebastian Haller, he scored a crucial goal. But imagine someone not fully fit in that particular game. So a game be an interest in the washroom. Nana, I bet enter into extra time. The full 90 minutes will not give us the winner out of the AFCON. The full 90 minutes.
Wow.
It will enter into extra time.
Wow.
52% for Nigeria. 48% for Ivory Coast. Nana Darkwa. The last 6 AFCON. Host nation aqua final. Emu 5 host nation ni wini. Enti me de mani hwa ade ni din na. Even though Nigeria team no defensively they've not been bad. Almost Ivory Coast 1-0 this particular year. And several occasions obi ko final. And every month semi final. We share in the group stage pain. But you can't knock us straight. Now you probably to win the trophy. It to be sasa. Nana Darkwa. Who push him into the wall? Some anybody you should buy any dinner. Ivory Coast will take the trophy.
Thank you very much. Nana Adu has predicted the host nation will win the African Cup of Nations. 9:50 is the time. Good morning, Josiah.
Good morning, Mr. Darkwa.
Yeah.
We have a call.
Adumni Asheye.
Any experience, Kakao?
Kakren.
Yeah, I say another weekend, another time to preview all the games Bekoso. And Nana, I'm say Osha AFCON no etiki center stage. But the Asian Cup is also pulling some surprises over there. Udi when you Achimwe Asian Cup now, Ube who say some of the teams that could PM ewo tournament no final no. Their unusual names are yet to Jordan. They are making it to their first ever Asian Cup final. And then they did it at the expense of a team like South Korea. And they are coming up against Qatar. And it's going to be a very, very tough one. More final, no more one China. AFCON the other because of Sunday. But then if they should go ahead and win it, then it will be one of the greatest achievements in world football. Maybe since Leicester City won the Premier League. That could be one of the most shocking events we see in world football. Because we've not known Jordan to be a football nation. I doubt say Ubo Jordan these days we be does a team a football nation. Now Oshep or Mumpoa. You look at the team and you don't find any world-class players in the team. And for them to beat a team like South Korea that has players like Kang In Lee, Heung-min Son, Wang Hee-chan, I don't think people are really following. But Nana, I think that
I'm following the investors. Now that Jordan, the South Korea, I'm on for Craig Jassat.
Oh wait,
I'm missing more Katechi for the finals.
You are for Qatar.
I'm Katechi.
And about who share Jordan? The ball no more ball in the semi-final now.
But America share Qatar competition we move.
They are playing some good. And America saying go for any and share any team.
Jordan there.
Jordan there.
Say be Michael Jordan be.
Be obi kra kan yesi honom na sensuo na da hono ka na ma mu agidi.
River Jordan.
But Nana, I think say
nobody's really paying attention to that.
No one is paying. One thing now, Japan is out, Iran out, Iraq out, South Korea out, Saudi Arabia out.
And these are countries who have been to the World Cup.
Before. And this is actually their first ever final in such a major tournament.
Wow.
What's your story now? Nana Ubenyo Odobiamomo. If you are to listen to the Jordan story and they are run to the final, you definitely have a soft spot. You develop a soft spot for them, and you try to what? Be a sympathizer.
So a sympathizer of Jordan football.
Nana, of Jordan football.
Jordanian football.
As I say, me agent. Now me play a castle person to Nana. Why should me compete team or Jordan man?
Couldn't say Ghana play ball Nepal.
Nepal. The last time we had that conversation,
I was Tariq Jibril.
I was I remember that guy. That
ball Nepal. Afri Yakwa. He's been to the World Cup before. What teams like 𝐾𝐂𝐊 we are say
Obon Nepal.
Yeah.
Nepal. Charlie, I say
Jordan for also very fine.
No, no, bad because share FIFA rankings now. Now they are ranked 87th in the world.
Who Nepal?
No, Jordan.
Okay.
They are ranked 87th, and they are coming up against a Qatari team that's ranked 58th in the world. So you team who the difference no. And once the Qatar so Oma build up a national team no. They've actually built.
You think they built it more than the Korean team that Jordan beat?
What's a Korea for no? It talent.
Right.
But share investment and for na year just because of the World Cup they had wanted to host a couple of years ago. They've actually invested a Ubenya Nkofwa who originally are not even from Qatar.
Thank you.
Playing for the Qatari national team. So that has been the, and they also have the fans behind there because they are the host nation. They are hosting this particular tournament. But now I've declared I'm just going for a Jordan winning this one. Also winning. Also winning. Now to the games coming up over the weekend. I want to start with the Premier League. Now Oshe City. Gamer or more ball. City will be at home to Everton. In my last submission, when I was talking about the Premier League and the chances of these teams are to be winning, I mentioned say Oshe Sinanyama Eko. The way our teams lose one key players. Now Pep Guardiola at this crucial time, the key players if he injury and banner, that could be the difference maker. That could actually be what would just be the difference between the teams that are vying for what? The Premier League title. Because when you go to the Arsenal team, they have so many injuries. Uko Liverpool, Mo Salah is still not back. Someone projected say he'll be back on the 17th of February. They still don't have Robertson over there. They are missing two key players, especially Mo Salah. Arsenal, and so players are wearing. Omo may say, I wouldn't put Tottenham Hotspurs and Aston Villa in the title race yet because of Oshe, Pesa, and Kofondeko, and the points adrift between themselves and what? The top three teams. It looks like everything is just working for Manchester City. When you have Erling Haaland back, and you also have Kevin De Bruyne back. And it looks like these two players are not even talking about Kevin De Bruyne and Pono. Nana, he looks like a rejuvenated player. As a vigor, it's quite what? Different. And even when these two players were not back, City were still finding ways to what? To win games. If they win against Everton, Nana, they go on top temporarily until Liverpool play what? Their game.
Liverpool up against Burnley?
Yeah.
That's a must win, huh?
No, they have to win. No, at this point, no. Oshep, and America does the City next 5 games. Nana, ba no muko away. And they have vitality. Nyakani Naya Etihad. On the next 5 games, no. Home, air 4 home. Away, air 1. And it's against Andoni Raiola. Ne bomb offside, no. So they are setting. I'm sure that they are setting their sights on what? An opposition 15 points because they know that in within, no, either Liverpool or Arsenal could what? Could drop points because they've been inconsistent. It's February and it's even shocking. Say, Yeka title race so far. We are speaking about City going on top after winning the outstanding game. Because at some point, even when they traveled to the Middle East to play on FIFA Club World Cup, no, we saw Liverpool on top. They were dominating. It's here one say yeah can same way out. If City should win tomorrow lunchtime, Nana, they are going top of the table. One good thing about this City team, Nana, we've known over the years air quality, no. Even when there are injuries, they find ways to win. Not to talk of when they have Erling Haaland back and also Kevin De Bruyne back. And 𝐾𝐂𝐊 good decent park and kabeti baka say and sure not surprise kakai den abim already they've beaten Everton at the Goodison Park. So all they have to do now is to just win. And we've seen this thing before. We remember the season now. I think from February, say Echo, it was a title race between Liverpool and City. And all these teams, the two teams that now won all their games till the end of the season. We've seen it before. Yeah, we are not City, the 1.5 then. AJF Liverpool. Same. So at this point, Pep Guardiola will be thinking, say, let's win our game and then pass some pressure on what? On Liverpool. Because we win here. Next, no, there's always pressure on that team. At this point, if City are able to win their next 5 games without dropping the point, they are runaway winners. I feel that if they are able to win all their games, especially looking at how Haaland is back, they have Kevin De Bruyne back, Phil Foden in top shape, even Dokuka is not even back. And down the stretch, you feel that even if there should be any injury, the guy might come back and still replace who is there. Now, for now, I think the title is City's to lose. Another game coming up in the Premier League. Nana, Arsenal traveling to West Ham. We've questioned the mentality of this Arsenal team. Last season, one of the things that Momu lose to Premier League, no, Nana, was the mentality. We've seen that good performance they put up against Liverpool. Obubeka said, oh yes, it was a howler from Van Dijk and the goalkeeper. And then they go to buy the red card, then eventually the third goal. But can Arsenal keep up with this performance? West Ham themselves, after on the last 3-4 games, no, Nana, they've been a pale shadow of themselves. They started the league very, very well. At some point, they were even above Manchester United. But now it looks like almost Sunday, they are dropping again. Is it because Paqueta is absent? That's why they are not playing well. And I think that David Moyes should also exercise some patience on Nyaboche, the way he just wants to field the guy he's Calvin Phillips. I say he's trying to rush him into the system. He needs to be patient with the guy because the guy is a bit rusty. And you see, there's this common saying that you don't change the winning team. The team that is winning, no, you don't alter the team. You have your Bowen, you have your Mo Kudus, you have your James Ward-Prowse. Just stick to what? To the winning team. And I think that their best double pivot pairing, you know, still has to be Susek and also Edson Alvarez. I'm not saying that Calvin Phillips is a bad player, but David Moyes needs to know how to what? To just, slot him into the team. Because in the last 2 games of Mabo, he's made errors that has led to what? To goals. But in this game against Arsenal, Nana, West Ham are not going to lose this game.
Oh, really?
Debbie, Nana. No, typical with London derby.
That's right.
Typical, and we've seen how West Ham have been able to torment Arsenal. Say this is the beating Arsenal 1 already. Some of Arsenal, Emirates, Arsenal 2-0. And in that game, we saw the brilliance of Kudus and what? And Bowen.
You think it repeats itself in London?
West Ham are one
London
of the
Stadium.
West Ham are one of the most difficult sides to beat in the league. So Shoma, on the day Obe Timia Shoma, yes, you can score, you can win against them, but not to beat them and break down their defense is very difficult. And we've seen this Arsenal team. Arsenal team. Maybe people haven't really noticed. It's how frustrated they can get from Arteta down to the players when they are not winning. They show almost show signs of frustration when the wins are not coming. Last season was something that blighted their season. This season, I'm hoping Arteta can show some maturity. Because even in that game against Liverpool, you could see there's your coach. You're too emotional. When you start losing, it underwhelms your what? Players, they become underwhelmed. The emotions will show a touchline, the doors of the door is too much as a coach. So you could hear some pundits saying he needs to what? He needs to grow up as a coach. Arteta will say, no, you need to grow up. Watch a Liverpool in the 3 years as a watch a World Cup. No. But Obekai, do you remember this game when Chelsea won 4-0 against Manchester United? Conte, the first season. That game. Who's not no Riri? Who's not Riri? Says yes, no. Now, what's that? Players will be looking at you, Nana, in times like this, and that's how what they are able to also draw whatever the mood is. So what you say? As a coach, sometimes you need to man up. Yes, you go beyond your Riri, now you 1, no Riri, 2, no Riri, 3, no Riri, full time is no Riri. We know he is an emotional coach, but he needs to control his emotions on the touchline. But Nana, I've given my prediction. Arsenal are losing that game.
Arsenal are losing to
they are
West Ham.
Nana, basically they are losing. There's no way Arsenal are going to win. Right. They are losing. Nana United they call Villa.
Scores.
Oh Nana say we hasn't made him that idea. Hasn't made him that idea. See Anka.
Idea na onim dida.
Nana. Licha, their best defender is out. United's best defender is out. I've seen some qualities about United, some improvement. One has to do with the 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 Casemiro partnership. It's helping.
Yes, guys, Southgate.
Yes, our friend.
Brazil.
Yeah, also Mebo. Nana, if that guy goes and he shines in those 2 games, I don't know the number of minutes or Mano, but I think that maybe Calvin Phillips.
Forget about him.
But they won't take him to the Euros.
And because maybe we should start forgetting about Calvin Phillips and in your year with West Ham. No. So what you say? Because the coach feels Calvin Phillips is becoming too what? Rusty. The way we lose concentration within the game or teacher boss. No coach in Befi say he's what? He's rusty. Jordan Henderson is going. No 2 ways about that. Coach Nako Sheno. Ewo Ajax. So it means that he's still monitoring Jordan Henderson because he is part of what? The project, no?
Yeah.
But to call 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄, Nana, it means that maybe the coach has something up under his sleeves.
Yeah.
In the event that 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄 beko, no accommodate those 2 games, especially where and yet tough games be and waiting hiding assign it. If he should excel in those games, Nana, the guy could be on the plane to the Euros.
Yeah, Ghana, they forget.
The guy hasn't even considered Ghana. The guy 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐄 hasn't even considered Ghana. Nana, I don't think that the guy has even thought of dreamt.
No, you are right.
Of playing for Ghana. No. At this point, Oshe Baby Onamno, 18 years, playing for Manchester United, making the headlines week in, week out. Nana David. I don't think that you ever think of Ghana. And you see, Southgate came out to talk about the Ademola Lookman issue. Said they tried their best to stop Ademola Lookman from playing for Nigeria. And I believe that maybe that's what they are trying to see in 𝐶𝐈𝐕𝐄. See, I'm about enko. Because I wouldn't say it's a hasty decision though, but at 18 years, we've seen some 16-year-olds play for England and all that. But in this generation, one of England's best generation since they won the World Cup in '66. Nana, I think around here, Ghana should forget about him. But pass over Ghana there, Nana, he's out. But then back to that game against Villa. Nana, Villa are coming at the back of a 5-0 win at Bramall Lane. The goalkeeper has also proven to everyone that he knows how to concede. Nana. Team Awakoshe 5 away from home. I'll be home. Nana is scary. I'm not a naysayer, Nana. I say what I see. Nana, United will not end that game having not conceded 3 goals or more.
Villa Beshe United 3 or more.
They can win 5-4.
Wow.
They can win 7-6, 10-9, Nana. But they will concede in that game. And more than 3 goals. They will ship in more than 3 goals in that game.
Wow.
No, Villa are one of the highest. They are free scoring side. They're free scoring Villa side. And on the day when you find the likes of Leon Bailey, Oli Watkins, the Ramsey guy, Nana, come to the party. Now I don't think United have got what it takes to contain them. I doubt United have got what it takes to contain Aston Villa. Not based on sentiments, Nana. But then when you have a goalkeeper who can make crucial saves in a game, Nana, you are doomed. They've done some good work. I like the way they played against West Ham. Coach Naba Abeka say he's also impressed with the 3 young boys, Højlund, Garnacho, and Menu. But that wouldn't be enough to save United. Nana. They are losing that game. Nana?
Yes, sir.
Chelsea are going to Palace. Another London derby over there. Tough game. But you see, I know that for Pochettino, the pep talk will be, let's go to Palace, the Selhurst Park, and repeat what we did at Villa. No, the pep, Nana, it's simple. Nya yakoye wa Aston Villa no. Yensan ko ha ne yenkoye den, yenkoye wo ho. And when you see a team where you have the likes of Conor Gallagher, Nicolas Jackson, Nana, playing with freedom. Nana, freedom is everything. When you give the players, Nana, the chance to what? To play with freedom. Then you are trying to what? To get the best out of them. Palace is a side that, yes, they play some good attacking football. But then against Chelsea, Nana, they will defend. I see them defend. I see them packing the bus against Chelsea. Because of how Chelsea can what? Hold on to the ball and find spaces behind. Now I'm going for a wild prediction. Chelsea are winning the game. Chelsea are winning by 2 goals or more. Chelsea will win against Palace. No, Selhurst Park.
Okay.
They'll go there and win. They are playing the last game of the week.
That's Monday.
That's Monday. Yes.
Monday on the panel.
Oh, Monday on the panel. Yabesa can want them. Nana mamifa wenwie. Na men kan AFCON 1 minute. Girona ne Eko Benabao. Girona Eko Benabao. Nana. Another title decider. And I think that Girona for Asidebia, they should give it to Atletico Madrid for that draw they snatched in the Madrid derby. Because if Madrid had won that game, I would have 4. And that would have even made the work difficult for them. So far this season, Girona have lost just 1 game in La Liga. And that came at the hands of what? Real Madrid. Since then, we lose 2 games. Nana, I see a surprise in this game. Because if I'm coach Michael, the Girona coach, Nana, I'll be telling the boys, see, baby, I drone yan dance so that I see a bedding. You do baby I want. Go out there and what? Just see, play as if it's what? It's a title decider. No, we've seen these people go rogue and put 4 past teams like you can't say Barcelona. They are a high scoring side. They've come from 2 goals down to win 5-2 against Almeria. And this is a side that sure man, and you get excited. If you watch their game against Barcelona, it would excite you to watch such what? A team. Average players reject and boom. There is nothing this Girona team cannot do. And I want the La Liga to have that twist, that fairy tale story. Say a team be out of nowhere, Nana, Abeji League. We know Madrid have quality. They've won the Champions League 14 times. Yes, we know. But for the first time in La Liga history, since Atletico in the last 20, 30 years, Nana, Atletico and it's be break his award. Duopolino. So this is the time we want to see a new team, a new Leicester in the La Liga. Now I'm going for a Girona win. They have to win and stay on top.
Right.
Côte d'Ivoire against Nigeria. AFCON.
Okay, so before you go to Côte d'Ivoire against Nigeria, Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan. Na yenua ya Mpofuankra. Chechen komo yao AFCON no bi. Hi, good morning, Yao.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, Yao.
Hi, good morning.
Bibi aboko there.
Bibi. Yeah, Nana, everything is fine. I'm outside and so.
Nyame adum kakrakra ye empaibo ni adum ti bibia kama na it's 2 days na AFCON eba we ye. It say Abidjan bontin, so how is it like? What is the atmosphere like? Then koso.
Well, Nana, like I say, next level. Almost there I call another level. We do final. The host nation, they are leaving no stone unturned and nothing to chance. and confidence near high. I think a week ago, I'm sure Ivory Coast being in the final and believing say me win a cup, no, it was not on their radar. But to say they feel say they can't let the cup leave their shores. And you know, it's not gonna be an easy final. The mood and the vibe is very confident, very optimistic, and obviously orange jerseys there, forget it. It is selling like hot cake. It's being Jokra, you not get some. And if it was 8, 9, 10,000 CFA a couple of weeks ago, now it's 20,000. A hot cake. It's not easy, but they are very, very confident of beating Nigeria in the final.
Maunsa Oba Nigeria for you with the Nigerians yesterday. You even hinted us about an open media session today with the Nigerian team. Nigeria for so what's the feeling like in their camp after say Omaba Bedru stage way?
So say Nigeria for the edu camp the AFCON, you know, normally, though they've lost a couple of finals, they would also be very, very, very confident. And almost they're calm swag, bisa. So don't mind what the Ivorians are saying. We know what we're about. You see that kind of, you know, almost they are not moved. Obviously, they are the visitors, as it were, and the crowd will be, you know, majority orange, Ivorian, but almost a very confident, regardless of that, no. Almost so many cup, no. I think what might be an advantage is psychologically, they believe, say, we've beaten them once, we were not at our peak, and yeah, sure more. You beat me, sure more. Now that we are playing better, but then that could also go for Ivory Coast. Almost so beat me, like I said, that was a different coach. Nah, we were not playing well. We were not confident. Now we're on a flow. You know, we're on a streak. And see, this is the best time for Ivory Coast to meet Nigeria. In fact, final note, dear Nana, the more I look at it, and it will not be straightforward like this. Any team has a right to say it's only a favorite. It's a final. The players.
Hi, Al.
Would win at the end of the day. So, you know, but it's hard to call. It's hard to call. Nigeria, national radio, or TV programs, the general mood in town. I think the players are tapping into that energy. And it's going to be very, very tough for Nigeria to win. Though, only a slight favor. I think mentally, the Nigerians are stronger. But beyond that, no, a 50-50.
Wow. Me sure say 50 Sabri Kwakuzi Kwesiada there. Although Abidjan has been busy, but it's going to go to another level.
Absolutely. And international media, at least, share what's happening at the Nigerian camp in terms of, you know, the players and the way they are relaxed and almost general mood. You know, there's this calm confidence about them. Not my captain, Troost, having a little chat, you know, off record, and I'll say everybody's fine. We're just tired, you know, but no injuries, and we're good to go. I'm a very confident, calm guy, and you can see that leadership amongst not just Troost Ekong, the captain, but right through the team. Even Musa has not kicked a ball in this competition. No, you can see, say, he's very, very, very up for it, and it's going to be a tough final for the Ivorians to, you know, compete and beat them. It's going to be very difficult.
Yana,